The Star of the Week 今週の Star of the Week はこの2人をスタジオに迎えております Tears for Fears Welcome
Thank you.
Hello.
We got camera one on. Could you introduce yourself too?
Say hello.
Oh, right, yeah. Hello, sorry. I am Roland.
And I'm Kurt. Good evening or afternoon.
You're not jet lagged.
Jet lagged.
Well, I'm always jet lagged, continually jet lagged.
What do you mean? Even when you're staying home? I mean, you keep your big hours and...
When I'm... Sorry, next question?
Well, that's the trouble with the studio people, you know, when you go into the studio for a long time, you know, you don't know day or night.
Disorientated.
I understand the album song from Big Chair took really a long time to record.
Took about seven or 8 months.
Comparatively a long time.
7 or 8 months altogether. I mean, it took 2 years to bring it out, but the actual recording process only took about 7 months.
When you say 7 months, is that off and on in the studio?
No,
on and off.
That's
on and off. On and off. How do you come up with your music?
Well, I come up with the main ideas for the songs, and most of the songs written on this album were written in my dining room.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, well, I think it's quite evident in the album. It sounds quite meaty.
Very good.
And I don't know, it just kind of hit me from the outer cosmos, I think, most of the ideas.
Do you...
Take drugs? No.
No.
Take drugs.
Do you play guitar and...
Well, I have a drum machine. That's a drum machine. And then I have a synthesizer. And
in your dining room?
In my dining room,
Yeah.
in front of a big mirror.
Yeah.
And I wake up in the morning, I'm kind of a bit nervous, so I start to tapping out rhythms on my knees, and then I put them in the drum machine. And then I start dancing about.
Yeah.
And then I play the synthesizer. Kind of thing. That's how it comes.
Is that the way you always come up with the music, or
No.
don't you like the #1 song, Shout?
That's how Shout came. Yeah.
That's how it came. What about Everybody Wants to Rule the
Well,
World?
that was the drum machine and the acoustic guitar with the E string tuned down to a D.
And the words?
Well, the words for the chorus of Shout, again, came at the same time as the music, but the rest of the words are largely an intellectual pursuit, really. I mean, you have to sort of do it once you've got the tune. You have to kind of sit down and try and work them out.
I bet you have told this very often to other people, but you got together, I understand, when you were 12, 13.
Lucky for some.
And you've been together for 10, almost
10, nearly 11 years. 11 years.
10 years.
Just about, yeah.
How did you meet with each other?
Well, we didn't go to the same school or anything. We had a mutual friend who shall remain nameless, and I was staying with him, and we went round to call on Kurt, basically. That's what it was.
Were you playing music then?
I was. I mean, I've sort of strummed the guitar since about the age of 9 and made up songs all the time. Always had kid bands. Heard Kurt singing along to a record in his bedroom. And it sounded pretty good, so I asked him to sing for the group I had at the time.
Right, it was around 1975. Well, before the punk days.
74.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
this was Led Zeppelin, that kind of.
Yeah. Hippie days.
And, and you played quite a few cities in the United States. How were the reaction there?
Great. Well, it was perfect timing because the single and the album were doing so well, and we went over there. And it built up. You know, as we went through America, we started quite small and ended, you know, with bigger concerts. So it was good fun.
And you'll be recording another one, or you'll be kind of
another album.
Well, we're not gonna make a third album. We're gonna make a 4th album. We're not gonna do a 3rd one.
Which
means that we decided to give the 3rd one a miss, just go straight on to the 4th
just straight
one.
to the 4th
Because the
one.
3rd
Because our
album's
3rd
always
one
really bad.
is not very successful, okay, but the 4th one is, so we've decided not to do a third one.
Tell us about, you know, looking at the chart, so many English acts are invading the United States, and lately, another interesting thing is they have American invasion in UK going on.
Yeah.
It's like vice versa. But if you look at the American chart objectively, do you find any reason why English acts are going?
A lot of them are better.
Yeah, most English bands are better than American bands. And it's just trying to convince the Americans that they are. You know, once you've convinced them, they accept it.